Slope m from tables and 2 points. All right, so the first slide, which is on slide 2 for you, we have some information here. So finding slope from a table, don't forget it's always the change in the y, or that triangle means delta, delta y over delta x. So the change in y over the change in x. So another way you may see it is y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So that's the difference in your y coordinates. Or over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So the change in the y values over the change in the x values. So I have these steps over here. Now, if you're given a table, you're going to choose 2 pairs of xy points from that table. Or maybe you're going to be given 2 points. Okay, either way, you're using 2 pairs of xy values. Label the points. It makes it a whole lot easier to identify what numbers are going to go where. So x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2. So label your coordinates. Then you'll substitute the values into the formula. So again, here it is, and it's on your formula chart that's in your digital notebook. Once you substitute, you'll simplify the problem to find m. Simplify means to work it out, solve it. So calculate the top values, calculate the bottom values, and then simplify that fraction. You always need to simplify your fraction. Then we continue on. Now I have some actual examples. You can see over here, it says, here, label your x1, y1, and x2, y2. See, I have my labels on each, okay, by each number. Now, I chose these 2 pairs of xy values. So then when I substitute, I get over here to the formula. It says y sub 2 minus y sub 1, so y sub 2. I look over here and I could see the 6 is there, so I put 6 in that spot. The minus is always there, so don't lose that. And then I will substitute the second value for y sub 1, which is 4. Then I do the same thing for my x's. So x sub 2 is 3. Okay, put 3 here. Subtraction is always there. X sub 1 is 2. Put that over here. Now I'll calculate my top number. 6 minus 4 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And as I say right here, simplify if needed. Okay, once it's simplified, your m, which is your slope, don't forget, some of you were not sure about that, so that m is your slope, the simplified fraction. Write it as 2 over 1 or just plain 2. Okay, so now I have another table. Now this table, I have it horizontal. Still, I'm going to pick 2 pairs of xy values, and I decided to pick these 2. I really could pick any 2 pairs. So label your x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Substitute them into the formula over here. So y sub 2 is 7, y sub 1 is 5, x sub 2 is negative 9, and x sub 1 is negative 6. Now see over here, watch that double negative there. So 7 minus 5 is 2, and then my 9 minus a negative 6 gives you a negative 3. Now in case you forgot about this, double signs of minus and negative actually turn into just a plus sign. Okay, you simplify your fraction if needed. It is completely simplified, so you can write 2 over negative 3, or switch the negative with the 2 and negative 2 over 3. Either way is fine as long as 2 and the 3 are in their same spots. The negative could go with either of the numbers, not both, just one or the other. Now I'm just going to show you real quick on this top table. If I decide to use these bottom 2 values, okay, so x sub 1, x sub 2, sorry, and y sub 1, y sub 2. Substitute, so y sub 2 is 10 minus y sub 1 is 8, x sub 2 is 5 minus x sub 1 is 4. When I subtract that, 10 minus 8 is 2, 5 minus 4 is 1. Simplified, I end up getting the same slope. So it does not matter which 2 points you use, in the end, your final simplified answer will come out to be the same slope. And the reason for that is because all of these points are on the same line. So the line is going to have the same slope no matter where you're at. Okay, so now what do we do if we have slope from 2 points? Well, basically the same thing as tables. Just instead of the XY values being in a table, they're just listed out for you. So, as it said on the slide 2, label x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Substitute into your formula. Okay, so then y sub 2 is 12. So I put 12. Minus is always there. Y sub 1 is 2. X sub 2 is -3. Ooh, look at that. All right, so it should be a -4. I will fix that. So then, continuing on, x sub 1 is 0. Okay, subtract 12 minus 2 is 8. -4 minus 0 is -4. This time I can simplify, so I can divide out a 4 from both. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. -4 divided by 4 is -1. This is now completely simplified, so I'm done. And then I just write m equals my answer. Sorry about that. Must have been losing my mind, but the answer was 2 over -1, so your slope should be -2. That will be adjusted on your notes page, but there's the video. Okay, then I have some more points labeled again, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Substitute into the formula. Y sub 2 is -11 minus y sub 1 is -11 also. X sub 2 is -8 minus x sub 1, -2. So now, again, as I said before, when you have these double negatives, those are going to turn into a plus. So a -11 plus 11 makes 0. And -8, double signs here again, turn into plus. -8 plus 2 makes -6. 0 divided by -6 just comes out to be 0. So your slope is 0. All right. Now you have some for yourself to try. Okay, follow how it is on the other page on what you need to do. And last, there are some extra videos. But also, in case you didn't catch that, there is another cheesy slope video on slide 2 if you want to watch it. Okay, good luck on this assignment. Let me know if you have any questions.